Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a warbler. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the main part of the body. An easy way to draw the circle is to first make a couple of marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make a couple more marks to indicate the circle's width. Then just connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. It's okay if the circle isn't perfect, but if you're still having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. On the top left side, draw another circle as a guide for the head. The head circle should be about half the size of the first circle. The head circle should overlap the first circle a tiny bit. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video as you follow along to draw at your own pace. Draw a horizontal line across the head as a guide to help you place the facial features later. On the left side of the head, draw a small triangular shape as a guide for the beak. The beak should be small compared to the head. On the right side, draw a long curved line to make the body a bit longer. This guide should be similar to an arc on its side. Don't make the arc too long. Now connect the head to the body using a couple of sloping lines to create the guide for the neck. The bottom line should be a bit longer and more curved. On the right side of the body, draw two long sloping lines as guides for the tail. Make the base of the tail wide and then gradually make it thinner toward the tip. The length of the tail should be almost as long as the body. Under the body, draw two long lines as a guide for a branch. Don't make the branch too long or thick. Now draw a diagonal line from the body to the branch to create the guide for the leg. At the bottom, draw a curved line as a guide for the toes. To the right, draw similar lines as guides for the other leg. Make this leg a bit shorter. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch a small circle for the eye. Place the eye on top of the horizontal construction guide and close to the center of the circle. When you get the size and position of the eye right, darken the shape. Make the sides of the shape pointier as you darken the lines for the corners of the eye. Now draw a couple of curved lines around the eye for the bare skin. Follow the shape of the eye as you draw the lines. Inside the eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. In the middle of the eye, draw a small circle and shade it in for the pupil. Use the triangular shape on the left side as a guide to draw the beak. Darken the top edge of the guide, but make it more curved. Add a horizontal line across the middle of the shape for the mouth. The right tip of this line should be close to the eye. Darken the bottom part of the guide for the bottom edge of the beak. On the right side, draw a series of short strokes for the feathery base of the beak. Draw a couple of curved lines inside the top part of the beak for the nostril. Now use the other shapes as guides to draw the rest of the head. Darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the head. Make the bottom of the head thinner than the initial guides. Lightly sketch a few lines inside the head for the color separation. Lightly sketch a long curved shape across the body for the folded wing. Don't draw the bottom edge of the wing too low, draw it near the center of the body. Make the left side of the wing wide and then gradually make the right side thin and pointy. Draw a series of short curved lines across the middle of the wing for the pattern on the feathers. When you get the shape of the wing right, darken the lines. Draw another curved line to the right to separate the feathers on the wing. Follow the general shape of the body as you draw the wing. Use the long sloping line that's under the body as a guide to draw the leg. Darken the line and then add another sloping line to the left to make the shape of the leg thicker. Now follow the guide at the bottom to draw the toes. Draw the toe on the right side using a couple of longer curved lines. Make the tip of the toe thin and pointy for the nail. Use the lines to the right as guides to draw the other leg and toes the same way. Follow the paths of the guides as you draw the shapes of the leg and toes. Now darken the outer edges of the initial guides to finish the shape of the body. Use a few short strokes on the bottom right side to create a feathery texture. At the top, draw a couple of curved lines for the visible tip of the other wing. Darken the long shape on the right side for the tail. Make the base and the tip of the tail wide. Draw a sloping line inside the tail to separate the feathers. Darken the lines under the feet to create the branch. Use wavy lines to create texture on the branch. Now go over the lines with permanent ink. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. Take your time and be careful as you ink your drawing to avoid any accidents. Don't ink the initial guidelines, only the final drawing. When the ink dries, erase all of the guidelines. Add a few more curved lines inside the wing for the individual feathers. Make the lines thick and dark. Add a bit of ink for the dark section around the eye. Add more small dark sections across the body for the pattern on the feathers. Make the shape smaller on top of the head. Now color your drawing. Use gray and black to color the beak. Leave a couple of thin sections blank on the beak for highlights. Now add gray and brown across the body for the main part of the feathers. Color lightly at first and gradually build up to darker colors. For a light shade of a color, push down very lightly on your pencil, then push down harder for a darker shade. As you color, use strokes that go in the direction of the feathers. Leave the edges of the individual feathers blank. Slowly and gradually color in darker shades across the body. Color the inside of the eye dark brown. Don't overlap the tiny highlight circle as you color the eye. Use gray and black to color the legs. Now color in the yellow patches of feathers across the body. Use a blend of yellow, yellow-orange, and orange for these sections. Add a bit of brown too for shadows. Color the branch using different shades of brown. Coloring can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep coloring until you're happy with the result. And that's it for the warbler. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com, where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.